Hello and welcome to our 2019 parent video. I want to thank you and welcome you as you join us for the next few minutes in learning about Troy Buchanan High School's risk management program for our high school athletes. I want to begin by talking about our coaches and their certifications and making sure that your child stays safe while in the care of our coaching staffs. Coaches are required to take and pass a rules and regulations test through MSHA. That's something you must pass through the state. It's a state mandated test that's set up to make sure that coaches are aware of any new and former rules and regulations that keep our athletes safe. All coaches are also required to be CPR and first aid certified, and this is something that is renewed every 2 years. The final thing for our coaches is that every year they do go through a concussion protocol class. This allows them to be informed on all the up-to-date concussion policies and protocols. With that being said, we have one paid athletic trainer on staff. This trainer is in charge of maintaining events and making sure during practices that our student athletes are safe and secure. One of our biggest concerns as an athletic program to date is concussions, and our athletic trainer is trained in impact testing. This is something that's paid for by the school, and it's used to basically test our athletes before concussion, during, and after. That way we have a track on whether or not these student athletes are allowed or should be allowed to participate in upcoming practices or contests after a head injury. From there, I want to move on to the permission given by the parents. Permissions must sign off on their athletes to participate in a fall, winter, or spring sport. With that, you're signing off that your child is academically eligible. These are requirements that are set forth by MSHA. This is not something that the school sets forth. It is something that we do follow in regards to staying within protocol for MSHA's rules. After that, we do require that all parents pay the cost to make sure their child is properly equipped with shoes, gloves, bats, etc. Things as uniforms and protective equipment will be provided by the school. These are things that are sent off each year to make sure that they are still a reliable source. We make sure that helmets and pads for football still meet regulations each year. Something else that is required through the parents is health insurance. We do carry an insurance policy through the school, but this is only a secondary insurance. We require that all student athletes have a primary insurance through parental. In case of an injury, like I mentioned before, we do keep a certified athletic trainer on site. He is certified in CPR, first aid. He will have AEDs in case of a cardiac attack. We maintain during games to keep a paid law enforcement officer. We keep them at football games and basketball games due to crowd control. As stated before, in case of an injury, our coaches are also CPR and first aid certified in case our trainer is at a different location, i.e., if there is a football game going on at the same time as a softball game, those are a decent distance apart. So we make sure that our coaches are able to handle anything that comes their way with the hopes that our athletic trainer will be there quickly following. Once again, we've talked about concussions, but it's something I want to mention again. Our coaches and our athletic trainer follow concussion protocol. This is something that is set forth by our impact testing. We go step by step through that to make sure an athlete is okay to participate or not participate. Treatments from injuries. We and you should both understand that injuries are a possibility in sports, especially contact sports. We encourage, if there is an injury, for you to use an athletic medical professional. In Troy, we partner with Winchester Spine and Sport. They're a local chiropractic and sports medicine facility. But we also understand that you have family physicians that you also feel comfortable with. So if that is what you decide to do, that is more than welcomed as well. The last thing we do talk about, something that you will sign off on, is the risk. We do transfer all athletes to and from games on a bus. Our transportation department has fully covered staff that are certified to drive buses. They have certified license, but with that, there is always a risk that is involved with it. We take every precaution to make sure that your son or daughter arrive to and from a game safe and sound. We often leave early for contests, making sure that we allow proper time to make it. Something that you will be signing off on today is permission to allow your son or athlete to be published in our school-sponsored media promotions. With this, you're allowing us to basically use your child as a face of our athletic department. We use it only in relation to our athletic department, but by signing off, you allow for us to use any photos that we collect throughout sporting events or practices to be used for the promotion of our programs. I want to thank you for tuning in. All of the paperwork that needs to be filled out can be found